So this week I thought it would be fun to learn about a new animal. Okay, so we learned about spiders, we learned about bats, and now this week I'd like to learn about owls, and next week we'll talk about turkeys, okay? But this week I'd like to talk about owls. And this is called Little Owl's Night. This is a story about an owl. Some of the stuff in here is true about owls and some of it not really, because it's a story. It's not really a factual thing. But I will be giving you some facts about owls this week. Right. The Little Owl's Night is what it's called. Little Owl's Night. Little Owl was having a wonderful night. Now, what you'll notice is that owls are flying at night, kind of like bats. They're called nocturnal. When an animal is awake at night and asleep during the day, those types of animals are called nocturnal animals, and that is true of owls. They are a nocturnal animal. That means they are awake at night, they're more active at night, and they sleep during the day. So we don't really see them flying around at all, unless it's at night. He watched the funny opossum family waddle along in a neat row. This is another animal that is nocturnal as possum. Hedgehog sniffed around the mushroom patch. Skunk was eating berries because he could find no snails. By the river, beaver gnawed at trees. Gnawed means chew. Turtle hid in her shell as fireflies danced all around. This must not be happening near us because we don't have fireflies here. Little Owl visited his friend the raccoon as they sat in clover. Fog rolled in and hovered just overhead. And raccoons are nocturnal too. Moths fluttered towards the moon. Silver dust fell from their wings. Little Owl wanted to follow, but it was time to head home. On the way, Little Owl flew by Grumbly Cave. Bear was inside, snoring up a storm. "Wake up, Bear, don't sleep all night," Little Owl sang. "I want to show you the moon." But the bear's not nocturnal, so he wants to sleep right now. But the bear kept snoring as usual. Little Owl flew home to his tree, gazing at the sky. He wondered if the bear had ever seen stars. Little Owl sat on his branch. How he loved the moon, the night forest, I'm sorry. Frog croaked softly. Cricket chirped smartly. Little Owl heard rustling at the foot of his tree. Fox had come to say hello. It was late now. The bats were gliding home. "Mama," Little Owl whispered, "tell me again how night ends." So the bats are starting to get sunnier outside. Sun's coming up. The moon and stars fade to ghosts, Mama said. Spiderwebs turn to silver threads. Dewdrops sparkle on leaves and grass like tiny stars come down. Moonflowers close and morning glories open. The sky brightens from black to blue, blue to red, red to gold. And this is the sunrise when the sun's coming up. What the sky changes. The rooster crows. The crows caw, and the day begins, said Mama. But the little owl did not hear. He was fast asleep because now the sun's up and he's sleeping. So, real or make-believe? Well, some parts of it are make-believe, and some parts of it are true, you know. But if that happens, then the story is make-believe, because he's not going to talk to the other animals and things like that. But it is true that owls are awake at night, and so are other nocturnal animals. The setting is where the story takes place. So this is taking place like in the forest. Okay. And then the main characters are really the owl. He's really the number one character. There's a lot of other little animals in there, but he's the number one character.